Located on a small lot, the cottage is in close proximity to neighboring houses, some 400 mm on one side and 800 mm on the other. The elevation, however, affords excellent cross-ventilation from the north, District Hill views to the south, and presents a discreet, small-scale, single-story, cottage facade to the street, which somewhat belies the significant extension to the rear. The brief was for a dynamic, urban retreat filled with natural light, texture, and interest. Following the fall of the hill, internal levels of the house sit against contours of the site to create a surprisingly dynamic interplay of height behind and beneath the existing Queenslander, drawing the line of sight through the house to trees beyond. With close proximity to neighboring houses, privacy and outlook is limited. Our concept therefore centered around a captivating internal focus in the form of a central courtyard, improving daylight, cross-ventilation, and assisting in providing sheltered respite on the westerly-facing block. The courtyard acts as a separation device to respect and maintain integrity of the existing cottage, which is legible throughout. It also reinforces the language of the Queenslander undercroft, allowing for expansive open planning at lower level and bringing the landscape in and through the house to provide a welcome calm refuge from the street above. Diagrammatically, the house consists of two distinct boxes floating over the open landscaped ground plane. As such, the house is both a part of and separate to the hill it sits on. A private retreat within the heart of the city, the interiors are playful and immersive. Open but intimate depending where they are sited as the building steps down the hill. More intimate spaces are tucked in. The kitchen is on a single level of its own at the center, forming the in-between space between the old and the new and a part of the courtyard. Functionally, the building is flexible and responsive. Operable facades allow the building to be thermally adaptive to the user and the seasons. Funneling breezes up the hill and through the house on hot summer days, but providing warmth and intimacy for the cooler months. Balancing outlook, privacy, and generosity, deliberate interventions honor the original cottage whilst allowing the new addition to breathe a new vitality into the home. The careful integration of house and garden against the hill is critical to achieving a plan more appropriate to subtropical living. The central courtyard provides respite, cooling, shade, and a sense of tranquility. A cohesive yet distinct palette is employed throughout. Neutrals refresh the cottage whilst a playful use of natural materials and warm earthy tones reflect rich textural references of the tropics, with hardwood, concrete and bluestone, speaking to laid-back Sri Lankan or Singaporean interiors. Bathrooms combining calming neutrals and natural materials stand alone as urban sanctuaries, extending the respective palettes to joinery and furniture throughout. Structure is similarly expressed in celebrated framing apertures, creating nooks for lounging and providing separation of the spatial program. Textures and touch points combine to create a tactile, sensory experience.